when I was 15, I think I wanted to be Batman. So
yeah,
at least
I know what I wanted to be when I was 15.
I was Batman.
Vengeance.
APMA, welcome to the MidWeeker. Nice. This week, we've done a pod before where you guys have asked us for advice. And so I thought, you know what? Let's grab a couple of your advice questions and we'll reply to them today in this little midweek. We'll do like 2 or 3 of them and we'll give you the best advice we possibly can, but it is important to note we are just human. We don't know everything and we may give you terrible advice.
Disclaimer here. Yeah.
So Lozzie, I think you've got these have been put in the Discord, so feel free to join the Discord. Go on, throw one at us, mate. What we got? Who we got? What we got?
Yeah, so this is in the Discord channel, and it's literally called the Advice Episode. I was planning to do an episode on it, but we didn't get enough of them to warrant an episode. But keep adding to it, and we'll do an episode on it. But this first one is from Liam Bennett. He's saying, I'm currently in level 2 of vehicle maintenance course at college, mechanics, and I'm not interested in becoming a mechanic in the near future. I was wondering whether I should continue the course through to level 3 and get a full qualification, or just finish at the end of level 2. I was thinking it would be a waste of another year doing a level 3, as I'm not planning on doing mechanics, but if I stay on for level 3, then I can always fall back on it and be fully qualified. Thanks, guys.
Nice.
What do we think?
Great question. I think this will apply to a lot of people. Not obviously necessarily mechanics, but, you know, doing something that you don't actually have an interest in anymore or that you don't think you're going to pursue. From personal experience, I went and got a degree in sports science, health and exercise that I never intended on using. I just wanted it as a solid plan B should what I wanted to do fail. So I would personally say 100% finish the level 3. It's only an extra year from what I think he said.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it would just set you up in much better stead as a plan B. That would be my advice. What about you guys?
I'm a walker outer instantly. As soon as I don't get the vibe, I'm just on to the next thing. No plan B. But I know I'm very impulsive, and sometimes them decisions, I don't know. Yeah. I would go with your advice, probably.
Being impulsive,
but then I don't
regret
regret any of the decisions that I've made. It's just because you know. If you, like I say, if you really if it makes you unhappy, I think that's the question. Does it make you unhappy? If it makes you unhappy, then I wouldn't worry. I would sack it off.
Yeah.
But if you're like, I don't mind it, but
if you're just bored of it, but you can get through it,
because that's kind of life. Sometimes it's like, you know, you have to do things that you don't want in order to get you to the thing that you do. Like maybe you finish the level 3, even though you're not. You know, you don't want to do it forever, but you know that you can get in a good job, earn enough money to then build on your side hustle and
absolutely,
you know, do whatever you want to do eventually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I say, I did security. I hated it, but I knew that I had to do it, save money to get enough money so we could buy our first printer. So
yeah, I'm a fan of, like, I've got level 2 and 3 sitting guilds in my mechanics.
Nice.
I got through the army.
Got the right man here for you.
And like I've used it a little bit in the past. It's kind of, I mean, it's more the army experience, but like it's kind of good to have as on your CV. Depending what you're doing, what you like. Like, I mean, like, first of all, do you like mechanics? Do you like cars? Do you do it in your spare time? Assess those situations. Like, some people love cars, mechanics, and stripping all the stuff down and do it as a hobby. And like, if that's your vibe, then definitely just do it. And then, but if you got something else burning that you want to do,
do that. But also don't worry too much, man. You're young. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're at college, whatever.
Probably about 18.
Yeah.
17, 18.
So there's no. It doesn't. The choice that you make, whether you do it or not, it doesn't really matter. Like, my advice would be like, if there is something you like a bit more, or something you want to pursue, do that. But there'll be no harm in doing it. And you could do it and fail it, and it again doesn't matter. I've done many things and failed. So.
Another thing I've just thought of is like sometimes you do stuff and you don't realise that it's going to help you down the line. Again, he's probably not at the age yet to understand, but like my thing was just finding out that I liked working for myself.
It
didn't really matter what it was.
Yeah.
Like I would do anything as long as I'm sort of on my own terms. I don't mind. So like he might finish that thinking, oh, I don't want to be a mechanic, but then later down the line he might just stumble across something where he sets up a YouTube channel where he buys old cars and renovates them.
Exactly.
And creates cool videos, and actually he's using a different craft where he gets into videography, but having that there in the background sort of helps him out.
Yeah.
But I mean, won't worry too much.
I think personally I've never done anything like mechanics, to be honest, but I wish I did have that, because I think I would personally say to him, see it through, just to see if you get the level 3 or not. Because I think when you get to a certain level in that sort of area like mechanics, it helps you to think about problems differently.
Mm-hmm.
You have to assess things that maybe other people wouldn't even take into consideration. So it's a great skill to have, and I think it will be a much needed skill, and something I feel like there's probably not enough of at the moment, let alone in the future. So it may open up other doors for you later on, like Jimmy was saying, that you might not even think you need it now, but later on you might.
That's a really great point by Lozzie, because
quality answer.
I have machinery and stuff out in the factory. Sometimes things go wrong, it breaks. Now, if it was just me on my own or whatever, like I would just ring up the companies and be like, can you send out a engineer or whatever? And these companies, they charge a lot to send out engineers.
Yeah.
Whereas Dan will just start stripping stuff down, fixing it. Also, our dad's like a
mechanic.
And they, like I say, between Dad and my dad, they save thousands of pounds per year just by going to fix the machines, also like cars and different stuff as well.
Yeah.
And I know if I didn't have like Dan or my dad about, like, I wouldn't be able to strip stuff down and do it. I wouldn't have a clue. So it is a good skill to have, and it, like I said, what you said about fixing problems and stuff instead of just relying on other people.
Yeah. That's a great point.
Having the ability to strip something down and just lay it out and then figure out how to put it back together, like it can transpire across loads of different industries. Like for instance, like because we've got some printers downstairs, I've never stripped them down, but the weekend, it's funny, like it broke, and it's a bank holiday weekend, and it has a print head which is $2,500 to replace, and if I had left it 4 days it would have clogged up, and it's $2,500. But I came in on the Friday, stripped it all down, took it all apart. I didn't know what I was doing, but like because I know mechanics, and I'm like, right, I'll put it in a sequence and record it, and then I'll figure out how to put it back together. And I managed to fix the problem in the end. But it saved $4,000. So
get your level 3.
Amazing.
Get your level. And like I say, there's so many engineering. Like you can use it for so many different things. So if there's nothing pressing on your mind that you really want to do, you're young, you got loads of time. Do it as don't even have to go into mechanics, but like going into something else as a company somewhere. There might be something on that course you're learning, but like that's it'll transpire somewhere. And Lozzie raised like the best point, I think, by saying
and if there's something else that's got your attention and you're like, well, I want to drop that for that, you can learn stuff on YouTube and whatnot. So keep going with what you're doing, and then if you want to learn other stuff, like you can learn loads of stuff on YouTube, like music production and
100%.
video editing and all sorts of stuff. So
absolutely.
We'll do another one. I think this is kind of similar-ish, but slightly different. This is from ECG Doge, I want to say. It's DOGE.
Like it.
I'm currently a bit of crossroads. I'm coming to the end of school, aka GCSEs, but I really want to pursue a YouTube career. My question is, should I go for a lower grade and get an apprenticeship giving me the opportunity to make more content, or go for higher grades and spend another 2 years at media college? Love the pods. Up the APMA.
Legend.
Wow. Okay.
I thought this would be good, especially for you.
Yeah, for Jordan.
Fucking hell. It's weird because to take lower grades and then get an apprenticeship, I mean, I understand from the perspective of perhaps you'd have more time, which I completely understand. Obviously, I famously went to Pets at Home on a 16-hour contract because I wanted more time, and we see how that worked out for my stress levels. But the interesting thing of what he said there is, or do I go do better in my grades and then go into media? And I feel like if you want to pursue something on YouTube, going into media makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? You know? So I would say don't purposely lower your grades for YouTube for 2 reasons. And I know it's very easy for me to say this as someone who does it as a job, and I would probably hate this answer if I heard a full-time YouTuber say it when I was trying to make it as a YouTuber, but it's really not guaranteed. So I wouldn't. You do need to make sacrifices, but at such a young age, I wouldn't sacrifice, say, my grades for my immediate future, in the sense of, you know, missing out on doing something like a course like media, which I think in the long term can really benefit. I mean, you only have to look at my channel, my editing, and then look at this channel and Ben's editing, and Ben, who has a history of media courses and degrees, etc., and you can see the levels there. I'll give you this one, Ben, worlds apart. So there's a lot of benefits, you know, to pursuing through media and things like that. And yeah, I think that from a young age, you want to give yourself a strong chance in life, because you might not, you know, the YouTube thing, hopefully it works out and you know, it's everything that you want it to be, but it might not work out. And so you don't want to have sacrificed, you know, doing a course like, say, media, which clearly I feel like you'd be interested in because you want to do the YouTube thing, for just a random apprenticeship so that you have more time. Because also there are many different avenues in YouTube. You know, there are many different jobs in this industry now that media, a course like media would open up and you'd be exposed to. And also, you know, YouTube isn't the be all and end all. You never know. You might go into media courses and end up in television or whatever. So I would say get your grades, go to the media course, because I feel like you'll, in the long term, let's say it all works out, I feel like you'll be a better YouTuber because of it. Is a really long-winded way of saying do the latter.
Yeah.
Is what I'd say.
Also, digital content's not going anywhere. So
yeah,
you're just setting yourself up for life.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Even if you get you get your best grades you can, do the 2 years at the media college, and then in that time you'll do your YouTube channel. Yes, you won't have as much time to put towards it, but if at any point you get down that road and you're like, I don't know if I really want to be a YouTuber anymore, there's a whole host of other things, like you said, that you could go into. Not even just on the YouTube side. There's, like Jimmy said, digital creation as a whole is massive, and it's only going to get bigger. So it gives you the best playing field to figure out what you want to do. Also, I feel like to decide to be a YouTuber, I know loads of people, it's probably like the most go-to answer in terms of what people want to be when they grow up now. But you're 16, like 15, 16, is it GCSEs? I don't even know myself, to be honest. Can't remember. But it's so young to make the decision that I want to do YouTube, and I will make things like sacrifice things that could help me anyway in the long run.
Yeah.
For it,
Good mindset
like
though.
grades.
Good mindset.
That's what I'm torn on because
yeah.
part of me wants to say like
Go for it,
sacrifice it all, fuck it all, and do it. You know, and if you make it, it's going to be fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But if you fucking don't, this is the thing. The thing for me, right? I went and got my degree because I thought if this doesn't work out, I cannot go at like. And there's I sound like a dick because there's nothing wrong with this, but it's just my mentality. And I was like, I cannot fucking try and pursue this, fail, and then be like in my 30s flipping burgers at McDonald's. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that job, but I'm just saying, but I needed something to fall back on. I needed that solid plan B because I feel like that was just the smart choice. Yeah. And of course, fucking hell, not taking 3 years out of my life, but slowing the rest of my life down for 3 years to get that degree definitely hindered my progress on YouTube. Without a doubt, of course it did, but it felt necessary to do. But at the same time, I'm completely like, you know. Yeah,
at least you know. I think when I was 15, I think I wanted to be Batman. So
yeah, at least I don't know what I wanted to be when I was 15.
I was Batman.
Vengeance.
But but it is, you know. And I mean, also,
I was going to say, there's also another thing where you could go for trying to be the YouTube thing, and then, you know, even when you're 20 or 21, you can still go to college and you got plenty of time to pivot.
Fucking hell. But also, I know that like the whole YouTube thing, and obviously you're watching this right now on YouTube, but there are a lot of platforms. You know. So don't pigeonhole yourself in that respect, and get your content on as many platforms as you can if you want the best chance of being a video creator, as I now class myself. I'm a content creator because I can't call myself a Facebooker. So
I would say to him as well, don't lower it. Just try your best. Don't get in your mindset that
don't intentionally tank your grades.
I don't have to try it because that'll follow through on everything you do, and it's not, you know, say it's not the best mindset to have. No. But try your best, and then do both. Like go and do the course. Start YouTube. Like there's enough hours in the day. Like you're 15, probably like I assume you live at home with like parents and that. At that age, it's just like you know, smash out both.
Yeah.
And if you get bad grades, don't worry.
Don't worry about
drive you.
But just try.
But don't do it intentionally.
Yeah. That's what. Try your best.
Don't bomb them. Like,
just try your best. Yeah. Because either way, then it's like you've always got that to fall back on. I remember it's funny on my GCSEs. Like, I'd just moved school from Birmingham to the Isle of Wight, and I had a mate there, and we were like, I wasn't sure at all what grades I was going to get. Because the syllabus is slightly different, and I had a mate, and we were like, if we both fail, we're joining the army as like as a backup. And then we didn't fail, and I actually got like pretty decent grades. Both went to college, and then I joined the army in the end, and he joined the Marines. So it's quite funny. But just try your hardest, and like, but just you don't need, you know, it's not. You can do multiple paths at the same time. Do YouTube, you know, find out what you want to do there. Do your media thing, and then like, there's loads of stuff you can try. Like, you're young, man, 16.
Yeah.
Just don't worry too much.
Yeah, just fucking enjoy it. That's the biggest thing I would definitely say. If you're gonna do the YouTube stuff, don't focus too much on like the numbers and shit. Just enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like for some reason with my channel, and I mean I've been doing it since I was 18 years old. I enjoyed YouTube more from the ages of like 18 to 21 when I was getting like fucking 20 views than I have as a full-time creator. Now obviously that's because it's my job and things like that, and you know when something's your job it's not as, or it can be, you know, not as, but yeah, I would say definitely enjoy the journey. Don't focus too much on the end goal because you'll miss out on that. You know, the beautiful bit in the middle.
Always about the journey, isn't it?
100%. 100%.
Beauty in the struggle, ugliness in the success.
Yeah,
100%. I like that. I want to kind of end it on that because that's fucking brilliant. Yeah. So this has been. I've enjoyed this.
Yeah,
cool.
I like
it. Get your advice-y things into the Discord, and maybe we'll do this again.
Yeah.
Either for a full pod or for a midweek or something like that. But yeah, hope this advice helps. And we'll speak with you very soon. It's been the MidWeeker.
Advice weaker.
Nice.